Hello everybody, Angel Arts is back. I just wanted to um, add this bonus video. I figured since, this is such a short game anyway, a bonus video just to show you guys a couple of the things that I missed, more specifically the contents of the two things that had combinations to them, notably the safe in the basement and the filing cabinet in my dad's room. So, I ended up looking these up after I beat the game, because I don't think I would have been able to find these things on my own. But I do not know what the contents are. So I just thought I would discover them with you. But what I will do is I will show you where the combinations can be found, and a couple other things that I've missed. I'm sure there are other things that I have missed this game. I'm sure there's tons of Easter eggs and all that good stuff that I probably, won't be able to include in this video because I would think look or whatever, but I just thought I would show you some of the big things like this filing cabinet over here. Apparently the combination is in the library, and there's a folder. I think there's a folder somewhere. Yeah, open the folder. There it is, 0451. I don't know how I missed this last time. Did I even read this one before? I mean, I'm gonna read it anyway. If I've already read this before, I'm sorry, guys. I don't remember this letter. November 1st, 1994. Dear Terrence, David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you've been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they're becoming more trouble than they're worth from an editing standpoint. There's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it, not mine to cut back to it. Even then, it's becoming harder and harder to weed out the tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of Home Theater Aficionado want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminations on your childhood. Wow, this is kind of harsh. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter. I'd just be cutting you loose. There's a tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. Sheesh. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everybody will be happy. Brent Kurtwood, Reviews Editor, Home Theater Aficionado Magazine. Yeesh. So he used to do reviews or something, and apparently that guy didn't think he was doing a great job. Poor Dad. Alright. Oh, and one more thing that I apparently missed, which I ended up seeing in somebody else's Let's Play. And watching other people's Let's Play, I realized just how slow I go through this game, because I try to be thorough, but I like being thorough. If you take out all these books, yeah, there's a gentleman magazine behind, underneath Dad's books. Moscow by Night, Drugs, Prostitution, the Mafia, The New Rules of Love, Japan's Bloody War on Dolphins, Ladies in the Ring, the Women Wrestling. And if you remember, there was also a gentleman's magazine inside Sam's locker. Gosh, Dad. So I'm thinking that Sam probably got that magazine from her dad's stash and decided to hide it in her locker so Dad wouldn't know about it. That's pretty interesting. Okay, let's go check out what's in this safe. And now I already forgot the combination. What was Dad's combination? 0451, and it's not a safe, it's 45. I'll close it so Dad doesn't think I'm snooping around. 0451. So we'll see. Oh, 4, 5, 1. Here we go. Turn on some light. Kubelik and Wise, Attorneys at Law, 21 Front Street, Boone County, Oregon. Dear Mr. Masson. Oh, this is Uncle. This is our uncle. Please find and enclose your original document and typed copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our offices. Thank you for entrusting our firm with this important matter. Sincerely, Jeffrey Wise, Kubelik and Wise, Attorneys at Law. Oh, this is our uncle's will. Will and testament. I, Oscar Masson, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. The following shall hold true upon my passing. Number 1, I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. Number 2, I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name, to any creditors living or dead. Number 3, I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwelling and surrounding acres located Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to my nephew, Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that said Terrence L. Greenbrier, Jr. should predecease me, then and in such event that the bequeath to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children, as ordered by age and competence as stewards of the estate. I subscribe my name to this will this 13th day of August 1973, signed Oscar Masson. And this is his, this is what he wrote. I think it's the same. So that's Uncle's will. So that's how we got this house, because Uncle Oscar passed away. I think that's the order? Okay, I don't think there's anything. Alright, so there's the will. That's interesting. And then there's also where's the basement? Through the basement, okay. There's also that safe in the basement. I'm getting all lost. I don't remember my way around this house at all. Okay. Of course I'm dreading the basement because I'm not a big fan of the basement, but going down anyway. Alright. Let's see. Yes, here. Enter combination. So apparently there's supposed to be a date, 1963. I can try 1963. 1963. There we go. Yeah, age 12, Terrence, 1963. So we've got bottle of oil of clove. Harlots Jennings Treats Company. What's back? Solution of morphine tartrate? Warning, may be habit forming. 1 Surette grain sterile needle. Oh my gosh. Directions of use of Cyrete. Remove transparent hood, grasp wire loop, and push wire in. To pierce inner seal, turning if necessary. Pull out and discard wire, thrust needle through skin at least half its length, and inject solution by slowly squeezing the Surette from the sealed end. Produced by J.G. Mellor and Sons for U.S. Army Medical Depth Morphine. Okay. This is Aquatil. Each coated tabule contains diacetyl sodium sulfosinate, 50 milligrams, cholic acid, 100 milligrams. Indication, relief of occasional constipation. Usual dose, 2 or 3 tabules 3 times a day for 3 days. McClure, Garino, Rolfes and Company. Decanted in San Rafael, California. And there's a syringe. Oh gosh. And another syringe. Oscar Masson, 1 Arbor Hill, Boone County, Oregon 97141. Return to sender. Mary Greenbrier, 21221 Ellis Avenue, Olympia, Washington 98501. Who's Mary Greenbrier? Is that our aunt? Or uncle's wife? Oh, it's his sister. Dear sister, I write what shall be my last appeal to go unanswered, one way or the other. I feel a prisoner, as on an island, with no jailer, no human soul for commune, only my one mind examining itself, endlessly, searching for relief. In the years since transgression, I have sought no absolution, only bare forgiveness. In good faith I have removed myself from all temptation, sacrificed to prove my commitment, however, if I can imagine. Sarah Mother? I'm sorry, Oscar, I can't read your handwriting very well. Mother passing, I have yearned for nothing. Since Mother's passing, I have yearned for nothing more than the acknowledgments of my own kin, to be treated as human again, to breathe the air of human spirit once more. By grace, even a wretch like me could be saved, but I could not expect it. If no response is received, I shall henceforth accept my sentence, and one day simply cease to be. With a brother's love always, Oscar Masson. Did Oscar kill himself? I think he had some vices. We saw some, like, we saw this list of orders, brandy and whiskey and all that good stuff. Was he an alcoholic or something? I'm not really sure. But I think we found out how Oscar died. I think he ended up killing himself. Poor Uncle Oscar. That's too bad. So yeah, that's the stuff that I, as of right now, knew that I... Whoa! Okay. I've gone through this entire house and I'm still getting jumpy. I thought I saw somebody's footsteps. See, this is me in this game. Like, I think something is there when it's not. Either that or Oscar is prowling around and... yeah, the adrenaline is still... I'm still having issues. But before I end, I guess I wanted to give some further thoughts that I had about the story, because I really didn't give that much thoughts about it. The story was very interesting. Oscar's up here with me rattling things. These are really nice pictures. I am concerned about Sam, about my sister, because, the story, I mean, it's a great love story, but but the realistic part of me is very concerned about Sam and her safety, because, she's a teenager, she's a dependent still, and she's out with, granted, the one that she loves, but they're, just driving, and, as a parent, I would be very concerned about her safety and her well-being. I know that Lonnie would take care of her. They would take care of each other, but still I worry, because they're just going off without a plan, and I'm so much the kind of person who I need a plan. I can't just... It's hard for me to do things that spontaneous, But I guess it's different if you're trying to go after someone that you really deeply are in love with, and you feel like the only way you can be with that person is if you take that leap of faith, and maybe that's what the whole thing is all about. I'm hoping that Sam will come back, because my parents are going to have a fit when they come back and find out that, she ran away from home. Because that's the thing, I mean, I don't advocate running away from home. I know why some kids do it, especially those who are dealing with sexuality. Even now, those who are dealing with their sexuality. You run away home from home. And granted, I mean, running away from home is far better than the alternative. That a lot of the really lethal, the lethal alternative that, you know, teenagers and other people dealing um, with their sexuality end up unfortunately taking, which is something that I hope does get better, you know, all around the world from here on out, because that's just very tragic. But yeah, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, running away from home is far better than that alternative, because I'm sure the lethal alternative was something that happened as well for years, long before the 90s. Um, yeah, so it is interesting that you don't get to see anyone here. And I'd like to have learned a little bit more about Mom, because I feel like, you know, you hear about her forestry stuff, but I think there was a lot more juicy stuff here. Sam was clearly the star. You didn't really learn much about Katie, but I guess you didn't have to learn all that much about a Katie. And I was also going to say you didn't really learn that much about Oscar, but I think with some of those, with that last item in the safe, you learned a little bit more about Uncle Oscar and all that good stuff. So, anyway, yeah, this is just really short and sweet bonus video. I'm sure again that, like I said, that I've missed a lot more about this game, but I don't know if I'm necessarily going to go back and show every single thing that I missed if I end up, you know, discovering them during other people's Let's Plays. Oh, sorry, there was one more thing that I'll show you before I go, because I did remember that off the top of my head that I did find later, and that was an excerpt of my dad's book. So let me go back to there, because I didn't fully read it. I realized what it was, but I didn't read it, and, you know, thought it would be interesting. John Russell. So yeah, this is an excerpt from his book, and I don't think I read this in my Let's Play, but if I did, I apologize. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them, the stars, twinkling as if he were lying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts, even though that place was a million miles away. No, he blinked the sleep from his eyes through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, he was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk, despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited onto his feet, his bare feet. He stared for a moment, processing his sick, flecked toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked. He looked up and met the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fiber tunic. Then fabric that strained at the seams to contain her generous bosom was emblazoned with the phrase, "Matter Transference Operator." Then he passed out. Phony passed out. John Russell had crossed the gap in time. Only messages had passed before, but now, aw man, they needed him, now more than ever. Changing the past was no longer good enough. The instructions from the council had been clear. What to procure, what to construct from it, how to assemble it, so he made the machine, how to transport him bodily across time. And now he stood there to the bridge of the starship Archimedes, command of the vessel, because only he, who had saved the president's life twice before, could helm the new crew to their destiny, the fate of the galaxy. Is that the ending? I guess that might have been the ending of his second book. Alright. I'm gonna end the video here with a portrait of my family. So, anyway. Thanks again, guys, for watching this whole LP of Let's Play Gone Home. Tell me what you thought about the game. I'm very curious about you guys' thoughts, and whether or not you liked it. Did you think it was worth the $20 that I spent to purchase it? I know it's an indie game, so I guess, you know, if you're an indie game, you're not a big publisher, you might need the extra money. You know, and I didn't have any issue affording the $20 to buy the game, but you know, I know there are a lot of people in comparison who complain about things that are worth $5, and they're like, this is overpriced for 5. So I didn't think this was overpriced. I definitely thought this was worth more than $5, but maybe 10 or 15. I wasn't sure about the whole $20 price. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and until next time, love yourselves.